What's up, guys? It's the Carp here, back again with another AC Milan career mode episode, and this time we are starting off with a game against Inter Milan in the Cup. Is it a one-legged match? It is. Okay, so not sure if it's actually away or if it's at a neutral ground. This is the Super Cup of Italy, so it's us versus Inter Milan. They won the league, we won the cup. We played this fixture last season against Juventus. We lost that one 4-1. Hopefully that doesn't happen this time around. It would be even more embarrassing. Although Inter Milan were much better than Juventus last season, much better than everyone really, finishing 8 points clear in the end. But that's the team I'm going to be going with. Dzeko with probably his last game for the club. If he scores a goal, I mean I'll see. I'll see if he can stay if he scores a goal. Depends. But I'm really not expecting anything from him. Hopefully we can pick up the win, though. We are still 0-0, a half an hour into the game. Just one yellow card so far. And Perisic makes it 1-0 to them. Not great. 30 minutes left to play. We have equalized, and it's Honda, who I barely decided to keep at the club last season. I left it until like 6 days before the end to give him a new contract. And Bonaventura has scored, but Banega's equalized. It's going to penalties, which they won in. Oh, damn it. We were so close to winning that match. 5-4 on penalties. Oh, man. I'll take it, though. I mean, considering the circumstances and considering that we finished 15 points below them last season, I would take a 2-2 draw and then a loss on penalties. It's unfortunate we couldn't win once we were in that position. We were winning 2-1 in extra time. Bonaventura with an early goal. Hopefully he can start scoring again this season. Obviously last season he really, he stopped his scoring form about halfway through the season, and I think he only scored like one goal after that point. Okay, so Costa has denied the contract. I'm going to offer him a little bit more money. I would really like to be able to bring him in. I mean, 86 rated. He's 28 years old. He's going to be a quality signing if we can get him in. We did get a little bit of prize money from that loss, though. We have an offer here for Gallo from Central Coast Mariners. So he's going to go out on loan there. Coltrone is complaining about not playing this early on in the season. I don't want to hear it. I mean, he is fully aware that he's, not a starter for this club, which he can't really expect to be at this point. I mean, he's still 19 years old, and he's not really impressed me that much. But hopefully we can bring in a new striker, and we won't have to worry about dealing with that problem again. If we had a striker, if we had a striker at the club that would score 20 goals in all competitions in like 45 games, we probably would have finished second in the league last season, still won the cup. I would think. Okay, so Schalke didn't accept that offer either. I'm going to go 23 million plus Kuchka. But yeah, we really lacked a striker last season. I mean, Niang was the best striker for us, and he's a natural left winger in the game. And he only played for half the season. It's because of injuries. So that's really not a great position to be in. Calabria wants a new contract. I guess I'll give him one. He's probably not going to want too much more, I would imagine. Yeah, only 5,000 more a week. I can definitely do that. I mean, he's not going to play a ton of games this season, but I do want him to be a part of the club going forward. Okay, so not sure when the next game is. It's not going to be for a couple of weeks, I don't think. Alcacer. Okay, so they've not accepted that. I'm going to go 31 million plus Dzeko for Alcacer. That's reaching a little bit. That's a little expensive. Ideally, I think I want Diego Costa at this point. I mean, Chelsea accepted a pretty low offer for him. Now we just have to get him to sign the contract. I'm gonna go 320,000 a week. That would make him our second highest paid player behind Isco. They're gonna have to change the funds or the budget around a little bit to do that, but whatever, that's fine. And we're just gonna stop going for Morata, I think. I mean, I'll go 3 million more, and that's the absolute most. 41 million plus Dzeko. Especially if Diego Costa doesn't accept the contract, I still want to have the option of buying him, buying Morata, that is. But that's pretty expensive for what he is. But Calabria has accepted this offer. More importantly, though, Schalke have finally accepted the offer for Max Meyer, and he only wants 45,000 a week, so we're definitely going to go for that. He's going to be an important first-team player for us. He's only 21 years old, 82 rated. Definitely want to bring him in. At this point, he's my priority because he's so young. You know, he could become a key player for us in the future. Juventus are expected to finish second this season, which is interesting. I'm guessing Inter Milan are predicted to finish first based off of what they did last season. Oh, okay. So Diego Costa's denied that contract too. I'm gonna go 350 million, which is a lot. But there we go. Yeah, I'll see if he accepts that. It's gonna take most of our budget. I don't think we're gonna be able to bring him and Meyer in at this rate. I'll go 2 million more for Alcacer, but that's the most I'm doing for him. Morata, I already said, that was the most I was going for him, so we're not going to be bringing in Morata, unfortunately. But whatever, we'll just have to deal with that. But got our first league game coming up fairly soon. Spain have offered me the manager job for them. I mean, it's tempting. Spain are the national team that I support, obviously being a Real Madrid fan. But I'm not going to do it. Oh, fuck it, I'll do it. It's not going to take that much time away from my, it's not going to take that much time. And I mean, can't really deny an offer from Spain. So we're now the Spain manager and the AC Milan manager, because obviously in FIFA you can do both. In real life that wouldn't work out at all, but this is FIFA. So, Max Meyer wants a bigger role, no problem. I was willing to give him the crucial first-team player role in the first place, but I usually always try to get him with the important first-team player to start with, just in case they don't end up playing that many games. Meyer will definitely be a starter for us, though, 100%. Unless he, is in poor form the entire season, which I doubt's going to happen. Okay, so Munoz is up to 73 rated, Barrios up to 72. Those two youth players, very, very promising. I believe they're both Spanish. Barrios might be Italian, I don't know. We have a transfer offer for Souza, which I'm going to accept, but not for that. I mean, I want at least close to his base value of 6 million. If they can get me 5.8 million, then I'll take that. Hopefully they'll at least make a counteroffer, because it's risky, because I definitely don't want him to be at the club any longer, because he's not going to be playing any games. But I do want, at least close to his value. Simic there is injured, so I'm surprised that we're receiving an offer for him. But I mean, yeah, he can go. In real life, he wouldn't pass the medical, but again, this is FIFA. Okay, so Barcelona have accepted that offer for Alcacer, which we might entertain, but first I'm going to get this done. For fuck's sake. Okay, so I guess Meyer's going to want more money for him to join this club. He's playing at Schalke. AC Milan are better than Schalke. Come on, Meyer. What are you doing? But we'll offer 90,000 a week. It's still pretty cheap for a player of his quality, so I'm definitely okay with giving him more money. And what else do we have here? Okay, so Diego Costa has also declined the contract offer, which is a pain in the ass. I guess I'm going to offer 380,000 a week. We're definitely not going to be able to sign him and Meyer. Choosing between the two, I don't know. I'll decide that when it comes to it, if I have to pick between them. But Alcacer, we can negotiate a contract with him now, because Barcelona have accepted the offer. We might be able to get Alcacer and Meyer in. Maybe. I don't know. I'm probably going to go for Meyer first, since he's so young, and, so high rated at the same time. We have sold Suzo, though? No, probably Simic. Yes, we have sold Simic. Okay, so there we go. A little bit extra funds there. Okay, so they are willing to pay more, just not as much as I wanted. So yeah, 5.5 million is definitely enough for Souza there. And he's 32 years old. He's not going to be starting that many games for us, anyways. So we've also sold Vergara to Empoli, who are in the Serie A, but it'll be fine. And wow, we play Inter Milan in the first game of the season. So twice in this episode now we're going to be playing Inter Milan. This game is more important than that one. Now, here's the choice, Diego Costa or Meyer. And it has to be Meyer because he's only 21 years old. And because Costa is going to be very expensive. But I actually think that we can get both of them. Wow, we can. Alright, there we go. So we have Diego Costa and Meyer both signing on the same day. And they're going to be two of our, probably like 4 signings maximum, I would think, in this season. And they're massive transfers. There we go. We've got Diego Costa up front instead of Dzeko. Hopefully he won't be another flop. Because before Dzeko, we had Baca, who also played like shit until he left. So hopefully it's not going to be the case here. We've got Meyer there, who's going to jump straight into that center mid spot. And immediately our squad is looking a lot more dangerous. Yeah, we're going to have Kaká on the bench. For Coltrone, I think. Yeah, we'll throw him in there. So that's the bench I'm going to roll with, and that's going to be the starting 11. Very strong team, I would say. As long as Niang stays fit, he should start going up in rating. And he's also a good player as well, so he really needs to just stop getting injured. Definitely something he can control. I imagine he's injury prone. There's actually a trait in FIFA that's like called injury prone, and as it would suggest, players are going to be injured more often if they have that trait. I'm guessing Niang has it because he got injured so many times last season. But anyways, here we go. Inter Milan, is it home or away? It's at home. I know that they play in the same stadium, but in FIFA it matters. It's going to be considered a home game. And yeah, that's the lineup as you guys saw earlier. And this is a big one. This is going to set the tone for the whole rest of the season, and we are a lot stronger than we were even just last week or whenever we played them, a couple weeks ago, with the addition of Costa and Meyer. 20 minutes in, though, and Suzo has made it 1-0. He was one of the players of the season last season, and he scored early on here. And Isco, oh my. He's missed a penalty, and straight afterwards, Banega's equalized. Hopefully we can pull it back. 15 minutes left. It's still 1-1. Suzo scored again, but Icardi immediately equalized. And it's 2-2 at the final whistle. And that is very unfortunate. Isco with the chance to put us in the lead. That game we probably would have won if Isco would have scored that penalty. That is really unfortunate. But it's not a terrible result. I mean, at least we didn't lose the match, and we were ahead twice. So that's, a positive. But yeah, hopefully we can, best Inter Milan in a long run. On paper, they are probably still a slightly better side. They won the league last season by 8 points, so we just drew the current, the current league winners. But yeah, that is a little bit disappointing. I'm going to play one more game this episode, but we do have a little bit of transfer business to do. This guy's going out on loan, Felicioli. Okay. So we've also sold Souza, so that's nice. A little bit of extra funds there. And that puts us at... okay, so we do have enough for one more signing. Who do I want to bring in? I definitely want... Do I want to bring someone else in? Oh, I don't really need a center back or right back or any position. At this point, I really don't need any more players. I could buy a left winger and just, assume that Niang is going to get injured. I'm gonna look how much Deulofeu is, because Deulofeu was one of our best players last season, and he's back from his loan here at Everton. Yeah, he's going to be really expensive. I highly doubt that I can bring him in. I don't even know why I'm bothering, but I'll offer 24 million plus Cornet and see if they accept it. It's probably not going to happen, but I'll just start off with that, and then I'll go from there. But yeah, they're not going to accept that for sure. Delafeu is definitely a class player though. And who do we have next? Verona. We got Chievo Verona next in the league. Probably a home or an away match. I'm guessing. Okay, so they've denied the offer for Delafeu. I figured they would, so we're not gonna be able to bring him in. Modic is back, but I swear we sold him. Oh, Modic was the one that's injured. Simic is the one that left. Okay, so that's why he was able to leave then. I was wondering why, because generally, you can't sell players that are injured. But yeah, I'll deal with transfers in the next episode. I'll look at a couple of players off camera, but for now we're just going to play this game against Chievo Verona in the league, and I do need to submit my squad for the Spanish national team. So, I only need 2 goalkeepers for this. Asenjo and De Gea are probably going to be my 2 keepers. Is Casillas still around? He's probably retired at this point. Yeah, he's definitely retired. Casillas still there. Oh, Casillas isn't retired. Okay, so I'm gonna bring Casillas in as our 3rd choice keeper. Actually, Ramos, of course, is gonna stay. PK, Alba, Javier Martinez, Carvajal, Azpilicueta, definitely all staying in the squad. Victor Ruiz, maybe staying. Who else do we have in that position? We have Inigo Martinez, and okay, so yeah, I'm fine with the defenders in the squad. Busquets, Silva, Thiago, Koke Isco, all staying. Vitolo, I'm probably not going to play with outside mids. So Vitolo's probably going to go. I think Fabregas is going to come in, and then Iniesta's going to go back in. For Nolito, I would prefer it if Mata was in the squad as well. We do have a lot of midfielders here. I'm actually I'm gonna put Fabregas back out of the squad for Asensio because he's pretty young and he's a really good player. And then forwards wise, I'm fine with that. I'm gonna bring in Torres if he's still around. I'm almost positive he's retired at this point. Torres or Villa. Want that experience in the squad. One of them's probably still playing, I would imagine. Nothing yet. Alright, David Villa and Torres are both still playing. It's going to be Villa. Back in the squad. I'm bringing him back from retirement. And actually, Torres is going to come into the squad as well. There we go. For Lucas Vasquez, because we're not playing with wingers. I'm going to keep Delafeu, though, because he was incredible last season. But there we go. We got some old players back in the squad. They're probably not going to play, but they might make the bench. They might play in friendlies and stuff. But there we go. Now that that's done, we've got Chievo Verona away. Diego Costa, him and Meyer's 2nd match of the season. Forget who scored in the 1st match, but I don't think it wasn't either of them. It was Suso and who else was it? Suso and Suso. Okay, Suso scored both of them. All right, so hopefully Diego Costa can grab his first goal in an AC Milan shirt this game. Meyer didn't have the best debut either, but I mean it was against a very tough opposition. Not really any players that are too amazing on Chievo, but Suso has made it 1-0 pretty early on, and he's scored again, so that's 4 goals in 2 games for him so far this season. He could be pulling a Bonaventura of last season and just scoring loads of goals at the beginning of the season. 25 minutes left now, and Niang has scored to make it 3-0, and this is a solid performance from the lads. That's going to be the end of the game. 3-0 win. That is much better. So a draw in the opening game of the season, but then a 3-0 win to bounce back from it. Souza with another 2 goals. So very nice stuff there. That's going to be the end of this episode, though. Leave a like if you enjoyed it, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys next time.